Доброе утро, New Life. Меня зовут Timofey Kim. Я член домашнего собрания Бангладеш, пасторами которого являются Тим Ким и Джессика Хонг. I love my house church for their continued support and kindness. My shepherds and other members were encouraging me to take the Living Life Bible study class, but I kept refusing due to my busy schedule. I thought I could not devote myself fully to this class. This was my last college semester, and I did not have a lot of school classes. So I have decided to finally take Living Life. I did not know what to expect from the class, except for that Pastor Eric is the instructor, and that there would be a final exam. I'm not on the very good terms with final exams, but everyone told me that nobody in the history of New Life has failed it. I truly thought that I could be the first one to do so. One of my goals for this class was to understand the Bible and to remember what I read about. I have always struggled with it. English is not my first language, but it was not the main issue. I tried to read the Bible in Russian, the language I have been speaking for my whole life, and at the beginning of this testimony. But somehow it was even harder for me to understand. I also tried to read the Bible in different translations, and none of them worked for me. During our first class, I felt very welcomed and comfortable. Pastor Eric is a wonderful teacher who can easily make you laugh. I learned a lot from him. One of the techniques that I have developed in this class is the Bible summarization. I spent about 5 hours on my first homework, but after each week it became easier and easier. The Bible summarization helped me not only understand the Bible, but also to remember the things I read. In my yearly prayer request form, I asked Pastor Eric to pray for me to start reading the Bible weekly. And through the Living Life, my prayer request was answered. I have not only started to read the Bible as I was asking, but also understand it. I also want to mention one of the classes that impacted me the most during this semester. The title of this class was A Victorious Life in Christ. The verse that stood out for me is from James chapter 1. It says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." I grew up in a church but never believed in God. I was attending Sunday services just to hang out after. I was also blaming God for many different issues. I was angry towards Him for things that happened in my life. After this class, I understood that those tests and trials were the opportunities to awake me spiritually. When we are under stress, we should consider it as a pure joy. If you suffer more here on earth, you will enjoy heaven more. Jesus did not have the perfect life. He was suffering a lot, but it is important for us to become like Him because there is a heavenly reward in the end for us. The motive behind God disciplining us is His love. So let's accept the love God gives us and continue to push through no matter how hard it is. I want to encourage everyone who has not taken this class so far. It just seems to be a long class with the final exam, but the time flies by so fast you would not even notice it. The final was not that difficult since we got the answers 1 week before the exam. Pastor Eric does everything for students to feel welcomed and enjoy the studying process as well. I want to thank Pastor Eric and the other students who took this class with me. It was a pleasure getting to know everyone and spending time together. Thank you for listening.